welcome to the Blood Bought Bride podcast. Okay, for real though. Hi. We're talking about Night Ride, the fifth song, and the interlude or the intermission of the album.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Who's the inspiration? What's the song? There's no lyrics in the song, so it's hard to talk about it.
I did this one with samples.
Mm-hmm.
There was just an idea. It's very it feels very synthwave. It feels very much like a synthwave playlist thumbnail of
Totally.
you're in one of those super futuristic cars on the expressway at
It's
night.
pixel art, this neon blue and pink.
Whole color palette,
Yeah.
all of that. So
You say the samples, just the drums though, you mean, right?
that's what I mean. That's why
Yeah.
in time.
Right.
But
Praise God.
it's also there's such a variety of emotion on this album overall.
Yeah.
The last song, it was kind of just there as a fun little jig.
Yeah.
Wasn't that deep.
Right.
This one is also a fun little jig.
Right.
Not that deep. You made it sound more squishy.
Yeah.
And lifelike. And tell me what you did with it.
Oh man. Well, one of the things I did a lot was I used a lot of low pass filtering. There's a couple times where right before another instrument kicks on, there's a sort of drop using a low pass filter with the zhou bow. It's kind of nice. The old zhou bow.
I use the word stocky.
Thocky. Yeah. I kick up the bass a bit. The song kind of starts really low because I have a low pass filter. I basically use a cutoff filter and I just increase it over time. I also heavily processed using a warbler, which is an effect. There's a couple effects that I custom built and put on all the songs. I use them in different ways throughout all the different songs to make cohesion in the album. And the warbler makes everything go, but it does it sort of like an out of time, out of tune, out of everything. So it makes we kind of embrace the out of time in this album. Yeah, it's a fun time. If you're gonna have a dance party and you have to listen to Author of Time, that's the song you're gonna loop the whole time. That's the only song you're gonna loop for the dance party.
It's a good loopable song.
Yeah. You could try dancing to What I Need to Know. Yeah. So cool. It's a short episode because it's a short song. All to say about it. What I will say on this episode is we have a Patreon, Blood Bought Bride on Patreon. If you like what we do and want to support our work, that helps a ton. It's not. Honestly, the tiers are pretty low, and you get tons of extra songs. It's kind of like Patreon's kind of like our trash can. I just dump a bunch of random stuff in there. You also get all of our music early, and it's just more of we're trying to really build that as a community. It's one of those things where as artists in general, we kind of release a lot of stuff anyway, even if it's not that great. We'll still release it. So we've had to decide between do we only release extremely polished stuff to favor the patrons and give them a lot of the more questionable stuff. I just put up a song that's it's Proverbs 1 and it's so weird. And it's is that really worth publishing? Maybe it's just for patrons regardless. We want to be able to share everything with the world. But a lot of stuff is too weird. And I'm pretty cool at releasing weird stuff. So sometimes too weird, too experimental, or just bad. And all that behind the scenes stuff is going to be on the Patreon. So we'll even be talking about our process of stuff, how we write stuff, how we do our art, etc. So it's cool. It really helps us out a lot. In addition to that, and that Patreon is just Blood Bought Bride. You can find it too on our website, bloodboughtbride.org. Also, for real, okay, you might just blow off the Patreon thing, whatever, that's fine. But do this. The newsletter is really cool. It's one of the things that the Lord led us in the beginning was hey, have a newsletter for prayer though, because y'all need prayer. And so basically you can go onto our website, scroll to the bottom, there's a section to sign up for the newsletter. It says the prayer newsletter. And that's because roughly every week, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, we send out a newsletter, and everybody who gets it, it's a prayer list. So it's prayer needs that we have for Blood Bought Bride. And so honestly, it was super helpful. So at the time of this recording, I've only sent off one of those, but some of the items on the prayer list already have been answered. For example, our cat went missing. Put that on the prayer list. He came back the next day. Praise God. And also that following day was the most productive day we had with BBB. So the newsletter is awesome. Even if you're not going to pray, you get to stay informed of all the really behind the scenes type stuff. So that's fun. Doesn't cost you anything. Yeah. Goodbye.